The first of more than 4,000 delegates arrive at the Cape Town International Convention Centre. The talk is of ore bodies, leverage and deals. The Mining Indaba here in Cape Town is always a good barometer for the industry. Now in 2009 there were few deals done and it was depressing all round as the industry struggled against recession. This year, as you can see, it's buzzing. One of the people hoping to cash in on this buzz is Neil Gardine, the head of a mining investment fund. He raised $74 million in 2 years for 10 mining projects from Zambia to Tanzania and the DRC. Here he has days of back-to-back meetings in the hope of shaking hands on deals for a new $150 million investment fund.
Base metals are obviously very popular, copper in particular, but all of the base metals, copper, lead, zinc, and then I think manganese, coal as well obviously is very popular at the moment. Coal is an ingredient that the new emerging markets are going to need a lot of, in particular places like India.
Part of a general feeling at this year's Mining Indaba that the worst may be over.
There's definitely more optimism in the market than there was in 2010. Now everyone's convinced this V-shaped recovery is real, that we have categorically pulled out of it, and that resources, the demand is so great that it almost doesn't matter if the world is in a recession or not. We have to have resources, and it looks like price is no object across the board.
But behind the optimism is cold reality. Most people here accept that South Africa missed out on the great commodity boom of the last decade. A report by Global Insight says between 2000 and 2008, in dollar terms, South African mining shrank by 1%, at a time when China was growing by 19%.
There has been investment, there's no question. There's been new mines opened, but have we missed the first super cycle of commodities? Yes, by and large. Could we have had a lot more capital coming in if we didn't have shortage of roads, infrastructure, electricity, skills? Without a doubt. So those are the issues. Real capital hasn't come as much as it could and it should have come.
A lot of hopes for the wealth of Africa hinge on mining. South African minerals alone are worth an estimated $2.5 trillion. Winning foreign investors is the key to unlock that wealth. For this to happen, more regulatory certainty is needed and modernization of a system where mining rights have to be applied for in pen and ink by hand, a situation unlikely to impress foreign investors.
They must have a fairly dim view of it. I think that sort of process has not covered itself in glory, and is certainly one of the areas that needs jacking up. And I think the minister would probably agree with that. That she's doing a lot of work there, and I think there will be vast improvements going forward.
A lot is at stake. Mining here supports 500,000 jobs and contributes 8% to GDP. Much food for thought.